it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK. Do remember, if you are taken with any of these products, you can shop with me if you're in the UK. The link to my online store is below, as are the measurements for today's little project. And today's little project will very happily hold, although this one doesn't have one in, a Ferrero Rocher. So it's a cute little box that you can gift to a friend. I've used a sentiment from an carried over stamp set, and it may take you a little bit by surprise, but let's start with the box. I've used the Specialty Designer Series paper, the Magnosia. It's got nothing to do with magnosias, because that's a word I just invented. It's from Mosaic Mood. Oh dear, it's sad, isn't it? And Mosaic Mood is on pages 118, 119 and 120. Now, I don't have this stamp set. I've got the punch, but I haven't ordered the stamp set. There are limits to, every now and again I just limit myself, and it's not made the grade yet, so I'm using a different stamp set. But the Designer Series paper is amazing. It is, now can I get the camera to pick it up? It is glazed. Yay, there you go, it's glazed. So it's double-sided, one side is glazed and the other side isn't. Really lovely colours. So we've got Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Mint Macaron, Soft Suede, Terracotta Tile, Very Vanilla and Whisper White. And basically the not glazed side has the Whisper White and the glazed side is more Very Vanilla. This is the pattern I'm going to use for the next version of my little box, and it's a very small piece. It's only 6.5 by 4 3/4 inches, so it's really, you can get lots out of your Designer Series paper. The final box is basically 1.5 inches in all directions, apart from obviously that is a longer space, but a Ferrero Rocher is basically 1.5 inches in all directions, so that is what I have gone for. Right, so with the 6.5 inch piece at the top, we're going to score at every 1.5 inches, so 1.5, 3, 4.5 and 6, and then turn, and it doesn't actually matter which way you turn, but then 1.5, 3, and then we're going to make some marks, really, more than scores. So I want to score the top one at 4.5, miss one, and then pick up the track again and score at 4.5. And then the other one, kind of get your scoring tool and you'll find where the 4-inch mark is. If you follow down, you'll find the 4-inch mark, and again just follow down and then you will find the 4-inch mark. So those are basically just guidelines. You can do it with a ruler if you find that easier, but one of them we are going to use as a score line. And then just fold and burnish gently, don't go mad. It's a good weight for paper, but it is basically paper, not card. It's a very lightweight card or a very heavy paper, whichever way you go. So I'm filming this now that summer's arrived in Oxfordshire. Summer's arrived with a bang. I'm filming in my studio and it's 28.5 degrees in here, so probably why my brain's not working. Right, these can you see? Hopefully you can see that these are the ones where we've scored at the 4.5 inch mark. So these are the ones that we're going to fold. So starting at the top, the first thing I'm going to do is cut away. Well, I suppose technically I'm starting at the side, aren't I? So I'm going to cut away on the 1/2 inch mark everything apart from that middle tab, because that's the only thing we need. So you end up with a piece looking like that. Then for these, I'm going to cut so that the score line is to the other side of the 1/2 inch mark. So there, here, because those you want to keep reasonably straight. And then these you can just wedge very slightly. It's just so that it all falls together better. But it's just a tiny wedge. And it's not a vital wedge, it just makes things a little bit easier. And then again, trim and trim. And basically what you're doing is getting rid of the score line. And then again, with just keeping your 4.5 inch one, so the one that's got a very small piece that's scored, just cut the score line away. And it's really so that you end up with the mark. That's my 4.5 inch one. It's just that you get the 1.5 inch almost square. So that's those. Then on the bottom, we're going to basically repeat the same thing. So wedge out a little bit, and then I do straight before I wedge, because it's only a slight wedge. If I'm doing a big wedge, I will quite often go straight into the wedge. I've not chosen a good paper for the camera, or indeed for me. I apologise that you really can't see the score lines terribly well, but trust me, I am a paper crafter. They are there. Right, so I've got rid of everything. Okay, so next we are going to fold this so that that's coming down, and then we're going to fold so that we end up with the two pieces that are still scored on top of each other. Just tuck your flap in, and then what you want to do is bring in the lovely new detailed tag topper, and this is marked so you can do 2, 1.5 or 1 inch. So we're going to pop this into the 1.5 inch mark. Actually, I'll do it that way up, I think. I've now got hover flies flying in. And then keeping that as straight as you can, just pop it up so that it's at the top. And again, we want to just try and make sure that our pieces are overlapping. Always a plan. There we go. And you can see that everything's straight. And then you just punch. And because it's only a lightweight card, you can get through both layers at once, but it then means that you've got them so that they're reasonably straight. Now I'm going to just trim away that little bit there so that I continue the round, but you get what I mean. So now we just need to build our box. So as ever, a small amount of Tombow, and I do mean a small amount, and pop that down. Now you do have to hold that in place a bit because we are using glazed paper. And then for the bottom, this is going to be our back because that's where the cut mark is. So this is our back. So this is our front. So we're going to pop in our two sides first, and then just add a little bit of adhesive to one end of one of the flaps, and then just make sure that touches. And then, as I say, this is the back because this is where our seam is, so that goes in next. And again, I do like to just add a little bit of adhesive, and I kind of like to concentrate on the sides because that's where it could peel away, or look as if it's peeling away. It won't peel away if you put adhesive on. And then a bit more in the middle for that one because it's the final one. Then pop it down, get your bone folder, and just make sure everything is in place. Then these pieces just flap in. You can stick them, not stick them, it's up to you. Then fold on your score lines. And again, I need to find my front and my back. Right, this is my back, so this is my front. Get rid of that. All we're then going to do is grab some of the lovely mint macaron textile ribbon, feed that through both holes, and tie a bow. And I am being bow challenged at the moment. I'm going to blame it on the heat. If in doubt, blame the heat. Oh, actually, what I should do is pop my Ferrero Rocher in, shouldn't I? Just so that you know it does definitely fit. It's not just me telling you it does. So 1 Ferrero Rocher, which is standing up remarkably well to 28-degree heat. Pop that back through there. And tie my bow. Start with a half knot, Yuille. It's so much easier if you actually tie your bow properly. So some friends of ours in the village have got their 25th wedding anniversary today, which is obviously not Monday. It's over the weekend, and so we're going to that later on. And they are so lucky that they've actually got sunshine, bearing in mind we've had appalling weather recently. They possibly don't want it quite so hot, but I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic afternoon. So yeah, looking forward to that. So just trim my ends. And then that's our little box. Now, a sentiment is always lovely. So I've got a piece of very vanilla card. It's just a scrap. It happens to be the thick very vanilla, but it doesn't matter. Garden green, because that's the other green in the card. And I've got my sentiment, which I will share with you where I got that from in a moment. And I've got friends make good times better, because they do. Close that up, pop that to one side, and the stamp set is Waterfront. So love never gives up, friends make good things, good times better. They're great. Even every little kindness makes the world brighter. Perfectly good. Probably too big for the punch that I want to use. So, oh, and I've not done that terribly cleverly, have I? Because I need to be able to get into my cardstock. Rookie error. So I'm deliberately punching so it's not the full piece, and then we can pop this back in and just line up your edges. And I find bringing it up helps. Line up your edges, punch, and then you've got a nice slightly smaller size. And this is the Timeless label. I think it's the Timeless label. I'll list it in the details below, and of course over on my blog, so don't worry about that. Then a couple of dimensionals on the back, and I have done a bit of prep. On this one I've got one of the faceted dots that are in the new In Colours, and I've used one of the terracotta tile medium sized, and they are called, oh, I've cut them off, wonderful. I'm sure they are faceted dots. Again, I'll list those in the details below. For this, because mint macaron is not included in that, and I wanted to keep with the mint macaron, I've got a big, one of the large basic pearls, and I've just coloured it with the dark mint macaron blend. So we're going for pearls and a blend as opposed to pre-done faceted gems, just so you can see the difference. And then just pop that on the front, and there we are, our two little boxes. Aren't they cute? I love a little box, and it's sort of a milk carton, except we haven't pushed in the size, but it's that shape, and it really is the smallest little thing in the world, and it works beautifully with our new detailed tag topper, because you can do the different sizes, which is just fantastic. So thank you very much for joining me. Now, there are two promotions going on at the moment. We've got the Extra Extra, which is if you wanted to join my team. So that's a recruiting promotion. So if you join my team anytime between beginning of July and the end of August, you will get an extra £25 of product that you can choose to pop into your starter kit. I can't remember the euro equivalent, but if you're in France, the Netherlands, Germany or Austria, you can join my team. My team is international, so that's the way we work. We work on it being an international team, so you'd be very welcome to join. And I will put the euro amounts on my blog. So £25 extra to put in your starter kit. So for just £99, you get £155 worth of product, plus you get £4.95 postage for free because you don't pay postage and packing. So it's as if you're getting £160 worth-ish of product for just £99. It's amazing. So if you've got a long wish list, now's the moment to fill that wish list just by putting things in your starter kit and joining my team. Then in the month following when you join, so if you join in July, in August, you'll be sent a coupon code for £8, which you can put towards your first order as a demonstrator. So not only will you get your 20% discount, you'll also get an additional £8 discount. So effectively it's covering your P&P and something towards the rest of your order. So fantastic offer. If you joined in August, you would get that in September, and you've got until the end of October to actually use that coupon. But it's just a way to give you a little bit extra. So £25 extra in your starter kit plus £8 to spend later. We also have bonus days back. Yay, we all like bonus days. So for every £45 you spend in July, you get and that's per order. So don't spend £40 in one order and 30 in another, because you won't get a code. But so long as your order before shipping is at least £45, for every multiple thereof, you get a £4.50 coupon code to spend in August. So again, that £4.50 basically covers your postage, so it's almost like getting free postage in August, which is fantastic. So for all those of you who have had your catalogues from me and have yet to place an order, now's the moment to do it, because there's free stuff. So thank you very much indeed for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. As I say, all the measurements are on my blog, which is linked immediately below. I'm going to list all the products below and over on my blog post. And of course, I'll have close-up photos of the two projects. Sorry, the heat is getting to me. So thank you very much indeed for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye!